once again, guys. So in today's lesson, we're talking about how to actually select the right template for you to begin to design and build your website using starter templates. So just as we discussed in the last lesson, the use of starter templates is just basically, starter templates helping us to, of course, come up with the design of our website. So all what we just want to do is to select a particular template that has, like a pre-designed, more like a pre-designed template here, and then what we're actually doing at the end of the day is actually editing text, and then of course editing images, and of course you can add more sections and do more stuff on it. But then let's just see how to actually go about choosing the right template for our website. Right, so there are a number of features, a number of things that we actually need to look out for to be able to pick the right template for our website. All right, so these features can be ranging from the niche, the niche of your business. If you're actually going for the health and wellness niche, or you're actually building for the marketing niche or whatever, right? You just need to know the niche that you're actually building your business or your website for your business, basically. So and then check out other features that you may likely want to have on your website, more like features like e-commerce, features like blogging and stuff. So you just want to, of course, know what exactly you want to have on your website. So if, for example, I need blogging, like I need a part for blog posts and stuff on my website, I want to go with a template that has a section for blog posts and stuff, right? But then that's it on that. So with all that being said, let's just go ahead to log into our starter template, of course, and then let's start to customize, or let's start with choosing the right template for our project. All right, that's it. So let's delve right in the computer and then let's begin to work, and let's see how it turns out at the end of the day. All right, so we're in our computer right now. So the first thing we want to do is to go on to starter templates, and then of course begin to select the template that we want to have for today's lesson. All right, so for that I'll just overrun appearance, right? Just overrun appearance, and then I'll just click on starter templates that way. All right, so if you just installed and activated starter templates, you may not have to come back to your WordPress dashboard to get this done. What would actually happen after installing and activating starter template is you'll get of course this interface that we have now. You'd have it once you click on install, and of course if you activated your starter templates, you land on this particular interface that I'm on right now. So there's no need to exit back to dashboard or go back to your WordPress dashboard to actually get this done. You can just continue from where from actually this interface, because at the end of the day you're actually coming back here. So that's it on that. So what we can see right now on our screen, it's saying how would you like to build your website. All right, so are we using the AI website builder, or we're just going with classic starter template? All right, so for the purpose of this video today, we'll just be working with classic starter templates. So I just click on build with templates, and then we're on this part that says we should select the page builder. Of course, are we using the block editor or Elementor? All right, so we're actually using Elementor to do this. So I just quickly go ahead and click on Elementor. All right, remember that Elementor is basically like a tool that we use to build our website. So using starter templates does not rule out Elementor. In fact, Elementor makes the whole process easy, and worthwhile. All right, that's by the way. So we are on here on the section where we need to select the templates that we actually want to use to build our website. All right, and these, as I said, on startup templates, there are a plethora of templates that we can actually choose from. Yeah, there are a plethora of templates that we can actually choose from. All right, ranging from business templates, local business templates, personal care templates, professional templates, personal site templates, community, e-commerce, and then blog, of course. So for the purpose of this video today, I just want to build a simple digital agency website. All right, so that's basically what I want to do. So I'm looking for a template that would actually give me that digital agency kind of feel. And then of course I want to have like a home page, a service page, a contacts page, and then an about page. All right, so these are like my four main focus on my pages, all right, that I want to have on my website. So I can just basically scroll down and then try to like select the exact template I want. Of course, so seeing it from here, we can just select the exact template that we want, or we can use from the categories up here. So if it was like a business template, I can see agency right here. So if I wanted to build like a digital marketing agency, I can just click like agency right there, and then let's see all the templates that are going to pop up for agency. All right, so we have like this first one on the left hand side that says digital agency, that's digital design agency, and then the second says travel agency. All right, so if we just scroll around and try to play around, we'd actually find the one that suits us best. All right, but then again, you could see that some of the templates, or on some of the templates, we have like a tag that says premium. All right, so for the tags that says premium, you actually want to upgrade to starter templates premium to actually have access to use and edit those templates. All right, but for the purpose of this lesson, we're actually just looking out for the free templates that we can actually just use to, of course, begin to build our website. All right, so with that being said, I'm just going to scroll around and then see what works for me, and then I'm going to select it, and then we'll go on from there. All right, so I've seen like a number of templates right here, so I'll just go ahead to select the one that I think works best for me, of course, from what I'm actually seeing on the front end right here. So I'll just go with this one that says digital agency. Right, so this doesn't have like the premium template tag, so I'll just go ahead and click on it. All right, so we'll just wait for this to come up at the end of the day, and then we're just going to see like the features of what this website actually has. All right, so remember I said I want a home page, service, about, and a contact page. All right, so up here we can see that we have a home page, we have the about page. So I just clicked on about, and this is basically how the about page actually looks like. All right, so you can see the about page. If you click on service, we can see how the service page looks like, and then if you click on contact, you can basically see how it looks like at the end of the day. So I think I'm actually comfortable with this, because at the end of the day we just want like a simple website to start building on. All right, that's it. So let's go back to the home, and then the next thing I'd like to talk about right here is remember I talked about knowing the features that you want on your page, knowing the kinds of pages that you want on your website, the features you want on your website and stuff. So that's it on that. That would actually help you to build like a wonderful website at the end of the day. So on the left hand side of our screen, where we have customize right here, so it says add your own logo, change color and font. So these are the three things or three categories that you can actually customize. So you can customize your logo, basically uploading your own logo. You can change the font style here, just go ahead and change the font style, and then you can see how it works on this other side. All right, so you just basically go with the one that works best with you. So I'm just going to go with the first one, and then just leave it that way. And then for the color palette, we can actually just toggle and then switch, see how it looks. So we're just switching and we're seeing how it looks from the other side. So that's basically it, right? So I'll just go on and go with the original, or go with this. I think I like this more. All right, I'll just go on and go with this. So the next thing I want to do right here is to click on continue. All right, so right here it's asking us to select the features that we want on our site. So it has automatically selected the page builder feature and the contact form feature, right? So you can see that you can't actually uncheck this, because by default it's checked, and then you can't actually uncheck it, right? So we have appointment and booking. So if you want some booking or appointment on your website, you might want to toggle this on this way. And then if you have need for automation and integrations, you might just want to check it out this way. All right, then for e-commerce, you can actually choose WooCommerce and then check this out. But we are not going to deal with all this today, so I'll just go ahead and then just leave out all this all these other features that I talked about, and then I'll just click on continue this way. So basically right here it's asking us to tell them a little bit about us, right? A little bit about yourself. So it says tell us a little bit about yourself. So you just want to go ahead and put in your first name, your work email, and then you want to of course tell them who you are and stuff. So I'll just quickly do that right here. So for the first name, I'm just going to put in Ruben right there, and for the work email, I'll just go ahead and put in online coach, which is actually nice for that. But then again, you can actually use like your Gmail account to actually put in right here in the email section. So it doesn't really matter if it's a Gmail account or more like a personal business, account. That's for your email there. All right, then this part that says who are you, basically I am a beginner, expert, intermediate, or what exactly are you. So I'll just go ahead and pick on expert. For you can see you're a beginner or an intermediate, basically depending on where you actually are in your website design process. All right, so on this other part here, it says building website for, is it for yourself or for your client? So I'll just go ahead and pick myself basically. And then this advanced option says share non-sensitive data. I'll just leave that way. And then it says this will override your site settings and add new content. You might want to back up your site before proceeding. So I'll just click on I understand. All right, so if you have something already on your website, if you go ahead and install starter templates and try to activate it for use, right, starter templates might, just as it's stated here, might have the rest stuff that you have already on your website, you might have them dislodged, and then what you actually have on your website is the design and the content that starter templates actually have given to you. So that's it for it. I just click on submit and then build website. So we just wait for this to propagate, of course, to finish loading up, which will take about 2-3 minutes. You'll be done, and then after that you can check out your website and then see how it turns up at the end of the day. So I'll just wait for this to come up and then let's see how it goes. Alright, so while we're waiting for it to come up, let me just say a little bit, okay, it's up. But then I just wanted to say that if I didn't mention before, using starter template doesn't actually mean that you can't actually build other stuff on it. That is, it's flexible enough to build outside the template, right? It's flexible enough to add your own design, your own design section and stuff. All right, so don't get worried that you might just be restricted around the templates. No, the template is just basically a guide, and then you can just come up with your own sections and with your own designs. That's basically what I wanted to say. So I'll just go ahead and click on view my website and then see how it turns up on the front end, and then let's see how it goes here. And then once we check it out and then it's done, we will know that we're actually done for this lesson. Then we can move on to of course the next part. So let's just see how this looks on the front end. So we're just actually waiting for our site to come up right here. So there's it. So this basically how our site looks basically on the front end. And then you can check out all the pages if they're actually working. Of course, you want to make sure of that. So the about page is actually coming up. Then the service page too, let's check it out. Of course, we'll go on with the lesson from there.